Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is for a plasma cutter. This is part 2 of making a breakdown fire pit, a fire pit that you could take with you to the lake or somewhere and go camping. So I made a slot already that's 1.84 inches. Let's tell you what, let's just make it 1 inch. Well, let's make it 1.2. 1.2 by 1.2, sorry about that, by 0.14. That'd be the thickness. This gentleman wanted to know how to do this in a 10 gauge metal, which is 0.1345. So what we need to do, we're going to make this, and this is really pretty easy. Let's take our rectangle tool, and remember our joint is 1.2, so we're going to make a rectangle 1 inch wide. That'll give you a little slack room. Doesn't really matter on the dimension right now. We'll just make it, for grins, we'll make it 2 inches. I've got my ratio unlocked, so I can only change one at a time. And then we're going to bring it in and we're going to look at it closer, and we're going to round off these corners. So we're going to take it and we're going to convert it to a curve. So go to arrange and convert it to a curve. Now we're going to grab our pick tool. Well, I didn't need to convert it to a curve. I messed up there. Don't convert it to a curve. We're going to use this, and we're going to unlock our ratio so the corners will go separate. So we're going to go 0.2 by 0.2, and let's go 0.3 by 0.3. And you could go, 0.5 and make them round, completely round. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like that. And remember, this is our thickness of our metal. So now we're just going to put this in here somewhere, and we're going to bring in our metal. So if you can imagine, this is the thickness of one of the walls that we're going to use for the next one. And that tab has to go through that wall. So I'm going to change it back to just a box. And then you're going to need a pin. And let's say we're going to make it a 1/4 inch pin. And you need to go to buy a Tractor Supply House and pick your pins. And then we're going to bring this in with the pick tool to the center of that, and it'll snap right on the node. Now let's change our nudge distance to 0.01. And let's nudge that thing over till we get it about where we want. You want some strength all around it. You want a little bit of slack or slop between there. So we're good to go. So we can move our section out of the way. And our pit is, from the earlier video, is 30 by 18. So we're going to nudge this down 12 inches. So I'm going to select it all, Control D and make a duplicate, and I've made it 12 inches lower. And you can play with that. Make your virtual segment delete key and delete these lines. Now I would always take my Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Move your Smart Fill out of the way. I Smart Filled it twice. Take this one and left click, right click. Let's just delete this one. And we're going to take our shape. And whenever you're drawing, you've got stuff all over the page. Hit P and put it in the center of the page, and then hit the F4 key. And it only brings up the 2 items you know you have on the page. Especially in plasma cutting. This is very, very important. Now remember, our pit is 30 inches long. And there again, you can make that any size you want. We're going to take the pick tool and get right on that node and kind of center it. Now with the control button down, we're going to move it to that edge. Let's see what happens if we nudge it over 30 inches. No, we couldn't do 30. Let's do 29. 9 inches. Grab just that bar and just nudge it over. That's really too much room, but what we can do, because it's still parallel with our male part of my joint, I can start moving and then hold down the control button and kind of like snap it to that corner. Now let's change our nudge distance just to 1 inch. Well, no, that's too much. Let's bring it in just 1/4 inch. There we go. Now remember the 12 inches? Change our nudge distance back to 12 inches. Control D, make a duplicate and bring it down. You've got the sides, really all 4 sides of your pit already done. On part 3, I'm going to show you how to do the floor or the base of it. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.